Phoenix, Santos. I was born and raised in Washington Heights. I was doing spoken word poetry in Albuquerque, and everybody knew me as Phoenix, so then I legally changed my name to Phoenix. My mom says that I was drawing since I was 3 years old and I never stopped. Got into graffiti when I was about 11, 12, then around high school. I went to a specialized art high school. There, like, there's a lot of musicians, like Mobb Deep went there, Pharoah Monch went there. And then, so I would do people's album covers and they paid me. I was like, oh, I could actually make money doing this. So I started doing, being an art director for advertising agencies from 2000. So now I've been doing it for 22 years. My friend Marta Lisa, my hermana, she invited me. She was like, hey, what are you doing? I said, nothing. Humberto Ramos, Joe Quesada, Joe Madureira. These are kind of like Spanish artists. And I actually went to the high school of art and design because Joe Madureira went there. I was like, okay, this is cool, I have to go to. I should whip out my camera and be like, recording you. It's like the Spider-Man pointing at each other.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Fostering a pet for a friend or neighbor can keep families together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. 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 Woo.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Definitely graffiti influence. It's inspired by like anime, comic books, video game art, so it's kind of an amalgamation of like all those different genres. Not bad. All right, I can rock with this. At first, I was just kind of like pulling back, and then so I kind of, in my mind, I was kind of like pre-sketched, so I look at like whatever kind of canvas I'm working on, and I kind of like, in my mind, kind of sketch out, is the person looking this way, that way? And then I'll just kind of do light pencil lines, and then just kind of jump into it at that point. I kind of like stark contrast, so I like heavy blacks with like accent colors, like with the red. I like purples a lot too. Quick stuff like this, it's more kind of like focusing on movement. So if you look at a lot of my artwork, there's always some kind of movement happening, even though it's a still image. I try to kind of like guide the eye somewhere. I don't know, just instead of just kind of like looking at something boring, at least it's kind of, I'm giving the eye a journey, like where to kind of walk. Something that looks cool, like when I was a kid, for me, what inspired me was just kind of like stuff that looked cool to me, and so I just replicate the same thing. Maybe Halloween themed, female samurai warrior. Just kind of stop for a second, just be like, oh, that's awesome. Like another human being did that, and kind of I hope to inspire other people to be like, you know, I can do that too. That was kind of like, for me, whenever I saw cool artwork, I was just kind of like, oh, that's dope. A person did that, they took the time and practiced. And for me, it was like inspiring to be, I was like, okay, one day I'll get that good. You know, I just gotta keep practicing. A lot of times you look at art and they're always like hung up on walls and galleries, and people don't really get the opportunity to see the art, the actual process while it's being done. So I think it's nice. And it kind of, you know, like I said before, it's like they actually see the person go through the process, and then they're like, oh, I might go home today and try some artwork, you know? Practice as much as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about finishing. Just, you know, do sketches as much as you can and just getting the exercise out. I think so many people get, before they even start, they worry about the end product. And I think for me, it's always just start doing, you know, and eventually it'll become muscle memory, and it's like, you know, you don't even think about it after a while.